In the shadows of Arrakis lie many secrets.
This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trail Interaction. Earlier today, a trailer was dropped for Dune Part 2, and as someone who didn't think the first Dune wouldn't work, I'm generally surprised it made it to have a Part 2. My reasons were valid though. First off, I think Denis Villenueve is a good filmmaker, but a very naturalistic filmmaker, which I don't think suits the material. And I still don't think it suits the material. And that's coming from someone who's purchased Dune. Denis Villeneuve's version, as well as David Lynch's. And I still don't think, visually speaking, Denis Villeneuve's Dune works. As I said, it's too naturalistic. I don't think it fits the material at all. Though, you have to keep in mind that Dune was also one of the movies released directly to HBOMax during COVID. And so, well, I shouldn't say during COVID, because COVID is still a thing. But in any case, it was released directly to HBOMax. And it still managed to do well in theaters. Not something that all the movies released to HBOMax did. So, it's pretty impressive that it made it to a Part 2. And the idea that Dune was even planned out as a two-part story is interesting. If only because you don't know if you'll get to make a Part 2 of anything. Some movies are successful right off the bat, others aren't, and there will be no continuation to those movies. So there were a lot of risky things done as far as Dune is concerned, and that it worked out, I think, is something to be celebrated. In any case, let's look at the trailer for Dune Part 2.
It's breathtaking. When you see sand here, imagine water. If you dive in, you can't reach the bottom.
You dive in.
Yes, it's called swimming.
I don't believe you.
In the shadows of Arrakis lie many secrets. But the darkest of them all may remain. The end of House Atreides.
Your father didn't believe in revenge.
What if Paul Atreides were still alive?
Have you ever had a dream about your first ride?
Don't try to impress anyone. You're brave, we all know that. Be simple. Be direct. Nothing fancy.
I understand. Nothing fancy.
You will never lose me, Paul Atreides.
We gave them something to hope for.
That's not hope!
May thy knife chip and shatter.
Well, that was the trailer for Dune Part 2. And I have the same feelings about it that I had for the first Dune. I think it's too naturalistic. Denis Villeneuve's eye tends to lean into the beauty of things. And this, like the first, appears to be a very beautiful movie. But I don't necessarily think that's what Dune should be. And by my reckoning, that's part of the reason why, while I think Villeneuve's Dune is better than Lynch's Dune, Lynch's Dune is a more interesting movie because visually it is all over the place. Visually it is bonkers. And it's just more challenging to watch. Villeneuve's Dune is a better movie, no doubt, but it's a less interesting movie because it's more consistent and it's, by my reckoning, too naturalistic, which I just don't think works for the material. Though what do you think? This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailer to Reaction. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know down below. And as usual, consider a like or a follow. Peace. And look for my upcoming review of the Cube reboot.